everyone. Merry Christmas. Garden, you can see a lot of fig trees still. Very covered with leaves. However, some have decided to go dormant. So, I'll mix up everything. The thing is, we got some Christmas figs. Nuestra de Elba. We got Cravens. Got a few more left to ripen. It dropped some Col de Dam Noir, some Genovese Nero. This one is a Col de Dam Roja, which I'm excited about. Sure is fun. So far, the only fig that we have not eaten is the Figo Preto. It did technically make those, but it didn't make them till like September, October. So not gonna taste that one. But otherwise, really good year. Got to taste all of my rooted cuttings, all 22 or whatever different varieties. And everyone did put out figs that were edible except that Figo Preto. I'm gonna include these guys in it because they were little tiny plants in August. They got to about 3 and 4 feet tall. Is Batanage and Canadria. And then the old plant of the bunch, the one I got from a friend, is the very first one to go into dormancy. Obviously, it's dropped all its leaves. It's got pretty decent scaffolding. We'll look closer in a pruning video in late January, but it does still have one fig, which we're hoping will ripen. I doubt it will, but that's my wife's favorite, so I hope it does. The other two older plants, they are starting to go dormant and then not going dormant at all. The Violet de Bordeaux looks like it wants to become an evergreen. But this one, the Blackjack Hardy, is finally going into dormancy. The look of everything is far less attractive than before. It looks like the clearance section. You know what I mean? It's Col de Dam Noir, very slow. It's got some, they're all ripening all of a sudden, all at the same time, which is great. We might get to taste them before the end of the year. Softening, ripening, December 25th. Unbelievable. But they'll all go dormant eventually. We'll hope to see some pruning action on dormant trees end of January. What am I doing for them at this time of year? I'm simply putting a little coffee grounds on them, and then I've turned down the water. The real excitement in December is rooting cuttings. So everything's slowed down outside. There's really nothing to do, right? So it's the time to start rooting your cuttings. I've rooted about 12 this year. Instead of doing a 4x9 pot with a produce bag, covering it, wrapping it up, and keeping everything just perfect for up to the first 6 weeks, I have decided to go with 3-inch pots, just under 3, but we'll call them 3-inch squares, in a 10x20 tray. This keeps it neat, tidy, easy, a little smaller. I can handle 12 all in one 10-20 tray, which makes fussing with them, moving them around, taking them to the kitchen, watering them, whatever you need to do, a whole lot easier for this first step. So fun to play. You can see my setup is number of LED lights up top, focusing on the red and blue spectrum. I just love them. Puts out a ton of light. And each plant, when I rooted it up, I used that 5-to-1 soil to water, done by volume ratio. When I first root them up, I write down how much each pot, including the cutting, weighs, 215, and then every couple days, take it, check it, put it on the scale. If it's less than 215, I add a little water, right on the scale till it's 215, and then back it goes. Stays aerated, yet right around its ideal rooting moisture, 230, etc. Every plant's gonna be different. This big chunky cutting, 280. But all of them are at ideal moisture. I just watered them right now. They're all within just a couple grams of their ideal moisture. Once they get leafed out, I'm gonna add 10 or 20 grams for their increased water use. Super easy. This year I'm using beeswax to top all my cuttings. It has been fantastic. Didn't do that in previous years, but this stuff pops off, but leaves the remainder of the wax, and so continues to protect the plant, except for where it gets knocked off. You can see that one. The bud came out, moved some wax, but leaves the rest to protect the cutting from getting dried out. It's done fantastic. So far, 9 out of 12 have rooted and sprouted leaves or buds. The remaining 3, these 3 here, are the only ones that haven't budded, but they've all rooted. How do I know that? Because you can just grab it and hold it up. If you can do that with your fig stick, that's 230 grams. That's over half a pound. We know that the roots are what is holding that up, and can do the same on all 3 of these. So it's just a matter of time till they'll be pushing out a bud somewhere, and then everybody will be leafing. You might be thinking, good grief, that's a whole lot of lighting for baby plants. And it is, but they can handle it. Figs can handle a ton of light because they have the proper amount of moisture, because I have ventilation. They're not getting too hot, they're not getting too dry. They love this intense light. You can see, if we look closely, that all the buds that are coming out are doing just fine. There's no browning, there's no burning, there's no problems. You will see when they're young a little distortion in leaves that had a punch out or push out, like that guy there. Might have been a little damaged when he came out. As they get going, the leaves just get healthier and healthier and look more and more normal. But pushing out through the side of a branch can definitely damage some early leaves. And so don't worry too much about weird looking leaves, but do make sure that they look properly hydrated. Keeping them at the perfect moisture will allow them to do what they do. Plants grow in the sunlight, so they'll root for you and grow for you in here, as long as you follow the key rules. Get the roots first, and then you can get all the leaves you want. For me, that was about 4 weeks. I spent the first 4 weeks completely in the dark, and then now they've been growing for almost 2 weeks, I guess, maybe just under 2 weeks with the sun, and now it's just blowing up. I have a tremendous amount of light. If you look at technical stuff, it's about 1200 ppfd in my little reflective area, and if I take all that up, it bops down to about 900 ppfd without the reflection. So just by putting a little foil, got an extra 300 ppfd for free, because I already really had it, but with the reflection, it keeps it all in here with the plants. So I do that most of the time. Today it's open so you can see it, and so that I can keep the temperature right at 78 degrees. So, got any questions, let me know. Doing it this way is a whole lot of fun, and it gives you something to do. You were used to playing in the garden. You can't really do that in the winter, so now you can play indoors. This method, where watering every 3-4 days and checking on them, is a great way to grow your fig cuttings. Hope you're all doing well in your gardens. Let me know what's happening with you. I'll talk to you soon in the new year. Have a happy new year. We'll see you guys again in like late January is my guess. Take care.